Welcome back to RABID Noise on RABID Radio. Joining me on the program now is Anty from the Bennies. What's up, man?
Hey, dude. Not much. Just in the car with the lads heading down to the Barwon Club to play a show tonight.
Awesome, man. Big night of rock and roll.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Awesome, dude. You guys have just been announced for the Soundwave Tour alongside some of the biggest bands in the world. How did it feel when you found out that you got on the tour?
Absolutely incredible. Kind of, to be honest, didn't think it was true for a little bit. Didn't believe it until we saw our name on the poster because we just didn't, it's so surreal that we thought, we sort of knew what was happening, but we weren't quite sure. And then it wasn't until I saw our name on the poster that I really was like, it really sunk in, and it was just an amazing feeling.
It would be cool to see, with Faith No More and Soundgarden and all these awesome bands, you know?
Absolutely, yeah, it is. It's going to be something else.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Well, you've played some epic shows and you've toured overseas and you're just absolutely kicking ass. So what's been the highlight for you so far?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to pinpoint as one-to-one sort of experience on moment, but just the whole thing is the best time of my life. So the whole, I don't know, it's hard to say. I suppose the most far from home surreal experience was when we got to play when we went to China this year. It felt like you can't really get further away from home, and it was just an awesome tour where, other dudes in the band put in so much effort and we smashed the shows. And I know that was something else. So probably that, but I mean, the whole thing is just so good.
Were they big turnouts for you?
It was really varied. Like we played 2 festivals that were kind of like the big day out sort of thing. And they were massive, like the biggest crowds we've played to. And then some of the other shows were just like pub shows where we played to like 2 people. And then some of them we played to like, 100 plus 200 people. So it was all over the place. But, each one of those shows provides their own kind of hilariousness and fun.
Awesome, man. I've been recently put onto you guys by a mate of mine, and the thing I love about your music is it's like you've taken best parts of my personal musical teenage years, put it in a blender, and served it up with a side of bacon. That's probably the best way of putting it.
Yeah, that might be our new band description. We've been looking for a new one, so it'll be Ned's favourite teenage anthems blended with a side of bacon. There you go.
It's what more do you want? So, what bands do that for you?
It's sort of really hard to to get it down to such a short list. But I suppose Sublime and The Clash are probably the most, and Rancid, probably the most influential for me in terms of that, because they try different things. They're not restricted to one genre. Sort of do what they want. It's not restricted to this has to be punk. It has to be this many chords and this song structure and stuff like that. I like their fuck off attitude and think that we would apply that from there, yeah.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. That's what I get from you guys, and that's what I like about your latest album. And you're not just sticking to one genre. You mix it all up, and that's what bands used to do. You're not pigeonholing yourself, so you can do whatever you want.
Yes, it's an awesome thing. I mean, it's great that we get to we're at a point now where people are actually complimenting us for that. For a while, it was something we had to fight a lot against. People would, in reviews, or say to us what style are you? What are you playing? It's too all over the place. You're too sporadic and stuff like that. And we're kind of like, well, for you're an idiot if you feel like it needs to be one genre and stuff like that. So that's always been our attitude. But it's nice because now people are appreciating us for it rather than giving us a hard time for it. And that's something we work really hard at,
Oh, man, and it's definitely paying off for you guys. I mean, you just, as I said before, you're just absolutely getting out there and kicking ass.
Yeah, man, we work hard, but we're so lucky. We meet the best people along the way who just help us and make us get to play shows and come down. I mean, on Monday night, we played our first show in Bateman's Bay, which is we're sort of expecting to play to 4 people, and all the people that came down made a huge effort. We played, over 100 people with dudes that were just loving it and being so welcoming, and the guy who run the hotel we stayed at let us drink beers and smoke joints, and they just didn't care. It was just great.
Oh, man, that's what you want, hey? That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, on the subject of shows, it can get pretty hectic on stage, and, sometimes can result in blood and bruises and whatever else. What's the worst injury you guys have sort of walked away with?
It's sort of hard to say. I mean, on last Sunday, before we played, I accidentally stood on some glass, and it was broken glass went everywhere and stuff like that, and so there was sort of blood all over the place. And then I know Dave, our drummer, seems to cut up his hands playing drums a fair bit. And there's always blood resulting from that. But, actually, and I fucking dislocated blood noses from powders. Fuck. I'm in the car with the dudes out there. Heard what I was saying. So they started contributing, and I didn't mean to say that. But, I mean, we melt Craig, our bass player, melts a lot of faces. So, yeah. Common injury. Shit.
Melting faces. So what's the story behind the band name? I know that's a pretty generic question, but
nah, that's fine. There's not much to it. I mean, band names are pretty dumb, so we just had a bunch of shit names to pick from, and we just took the crappiest one we could and went with that. No, Bennies is short for Benzodreams, which are like uppers, I suppose, in the 80s, and we figured that music, and it's also kind of like a reference to say like Smiths and those sort of style sounding band names, I suppose, but whatever, I don't know.
Awesome, man. Well, so what bands are you looking forward to catching at Soundwave when you're not playing?
Heaps of them. I'm really keen to see Against Me. Haven't seen them since the transition from Tom Gable to Laura Jane Grace. I haven't seen that, so I'm real keen. They're fucking one of my favourite bands, so I'm keen to see them. Really keen to see the Interrupters and the new ska band on Hellcat. They're going to be awesome. Aquabats, Area 7, and the dudes I know are pretty Faith No More and Soundgarden.
It's going to be a huge weekend, man. That's over 2 days.
Yeah, it's going to be massive. Unfortunately, we're only going to get to see one day of the festival because we're going to be travelling. But,
true.
Yeah, so, but I've already seen, some of the bands are on the same day as. I'm so keen. It's just going to be... I'm also just keen to party really hard out the back. We got a bit of a taste of that this year, and it was mental stuff, so it's going to be good.
Awesome, man. Well, lots of beers.
Yeah, shitloads.
Well, have you got any plans to play the Gold Coast anytime soon?
Yeah, we're playing actually the Gold Coast next week, I think.
We're supporting
We're supporting the Dead Kennedys there, yeah.
Oh, well, that's actually come up real quick, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's actually come up really quick, actually, yeah. We sort of didn't realise, sort of still on the tour at the moment, and sort of hard thinking about another tour when you're already on a tour. Yeah.
Yeah, I could imagine, man. But that's gonna be huge. You're playing also. There's another local band on the bill called Bitter Lungs. Have you heard of those guys?
Yeah. Actually, we played 2 shows with them 2 weekends ago. We played with them in Toowoomba and 2 shows in Brisbane, or 1 show in Brisbane. Yeah, so we got to see them for the first time. I'd heard really good things, and they were awesome, really good dudes, and a great band.
Yeah, man. Yeah, love them. So I'm gonna be at that Kennedy show. So. That's going to be mad.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, well, come up and check it out. We'll smash it.
Yeah, man. That sounds like a plan to me, man. So, apart from the Kennedy's tour and, of course, Soundwave, what else have you guys got coming up?
So, yeah, we're just about to go into our last week of the tour with Morning Glory from New York, and then that finishes, and the Big Kennedy's tour starts, and we go off to America for about a month. And then we're going to be doing another tour, which will sort of is getting announced tomorrow. And then... we're going to try and write an album. We're going to have a 7-inch coming out soon and a new song. And then start of next year, before Soundwave, hopefully we can write and try and record an album, which will sort of get touring after Soundwave. It's kind of the immediate plan. And then some stage in 2016, probably world domination.
I think that's definitely on the cards for you, lads.
Yeah.
You're working your ass off, and it's definitely showing. So
yeah, awesome. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, all the way, man. You've got our support.
Thanks so much, dude.
No worries. Well, we're going to go to the track Nights Forever from your album Rainbows in Space. Thanks so much for hanging with us tonight, Anty, and we'll see you for a beer next week at Dead Kennedys and then again at Soundwave 2015.
Thanks, Steve.